when you consider pay-per-view sales, when you consider the money that you've made, when you consider how you can give lessons on how to make money outside of your profession, marketing your profession. There's nobody that would even challenge you on that.
If you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win. Money made, money made, money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life.
Stephen A. Smith did not bite his tongue this time. He straight up called out Floyd Mayweather, saying that the so-called billion-dollar empire isn't what it seems. And he didn't stop there. He dragged other celebrities into it too, naming names and hinting that the whole thing might be one giant scam. Now that's a...
Kim Kardashian convinces 53 million people to invest in Ethereum Max. So does Floyd Mayweather. Now they're both being sued. Both of them posted on their Instagram that everybody should buy this dumb coin. Kim K got 19% of her following to invest in Ethereum Max. You guess what happened next? Yep, they dumped, and guess who got stuck holding the bag? So I'll say it again to the influencers out there. Stop promoting this crap. You haven't even seen the SEC get involved. When they do, it is going to be a bloodbath.
Bombshell, because Floyd's entire brand is built on being Money Mayweather. Private jets, flashy cars, diamond watches, skyscraper bragging rights. He's been flexing that lifestyle for years. But Stephen A. is basically saying it's all smoke and mirrors and the celebs tied...
Floyd Mayweather Jr., okay, is putting together an offer to become a minority owner of the New York Giants, bro.
To Floyd, they might be tangled up in the same mess. And here's where it gets downright scandalous. This all circles back to Floyd's so-called 400... $2 million real estate deal, the one where he claimed he snatched up 62 buildings in New York. But when reporters actually checked the records, guess what? Nothing. No proof of ownership, no transfers, no paper...
Kim Kardashian convinces 53 million people to invest in Ethereum Max. So does Floyd Mayweather. Now they're both being sued. Both of them posted on their Instagram that everybody should buy this dumb coin. Kim K got 19% of her following to invest in Ethereum Max. You guess what happened next? Yep, they dumped, and guess who got stuck holding the bag? So I'll say it again to the influencers out there. Stop promoting this crap. You haven't even seen the SEC get involved. When they do, it is going to be a bloodbath.
Trail at all. That's when people stopped side-eyeing Floyd alone and started pointing at the stars he's been doing business with. And this shady streak didn't begin with real estate. Oh no! Floyd's been moving reckless with celebrities for years. Let's rewind to one of the messiest moments.
Hey, so Colin, man, what did your agents think of that video out front of UTA today?
Can I get a pickup? The key is confidential.
Confidential, so, but they were obviously impressed, right?
The infamous Ethereum Max crypto fiasco. On paper, it looked like the next big thing. Floyd was flashing it during his fight promos, while
Floyd Mayweather Jr., okay, is putting together an offer to become a minority owner of the New York Giants, bro.
Kardashian blasted it to her 250 million followers like it was the hottest bag in town. Here's where the plot twists. Fans started accusing Floyd, Kim, and Paul Pierce of running a straight-up pump-and-dump scheme, hyping up that crypto... coin just long enough to make the price skyrocket, only for it to crash almost instantly. Next thing you know, all three of them were slapped with a massive class action lawsuit.
7 world titles in 5 divisions. Tonight, he challenges for number 8. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, former junior lightweight, world champion, former lightweight, world champion, former super lightweight, world champion.
And the headlines branded it one of the boldest celebrity cash grabs of the decade. Now, technically, the lawsuit got tossed. The court said there wasn't enough proof of fraud. But that didn't clear Floyd's name in the public eye. Kim bounced back with skims in law school. Pierce slid comfortably back into sports commentary. But Floyd, His name stayed stamped to this scandal because it fit his growing pattern of shady plays. And if you thought the crypto mess was wild, wait until you hear this. Reports dropped earlier this year that Floyd Mayweather was teaming up with billionaire real estate mogul Meyer Orach on a plan to scoop up a 10% stake in the New York Giants, a deal worth around $700 million. Insane, right? But here's the kicker. Nobody knows where Floyd's money is really coming from. Sure, he made mind-blowing cash from boxing, but a $700 million move? That's billionaire territory. And Floyd doesn't exactly have that track record. That's where Orach comes in. He's no rookie. This man's a powerhouse with stakes in big sports teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves. On paper, it looks slick. Floyd brings the star power, Orach brings the boardroom credibility. Critics were quick to call the Giants deal more about clout than cash. If Floyd was already tangled in shaky plays like the crypto fiasco, then what?
Hey, so Colin, man, what did your agents think of that video out front of UTA today?
Can I get a picture? The key is confidential.
Confidential, so, but they were obviously impressed, right?
What did that say about this supposed $700 million move? Fans warned it was shaping up to be another too-good-to-be-true moment in Floyd's messy business saga. And after flexing about billion-dollar boardrooms with Meyer Orach, you'd think Floyd would stay in his lane. But nope, he went from Wall Street vibes straight to pop star partnerships. Remember the Justin Bieber era? Back in the 2000s and 10s, Floyd basically turned his boxing ring into a stage for one of the world's biggest pop icons. Every mega fight, Bieber was right there in the walkout. No hype man, no fighter, just the kid from Canada marching behind Money Mayweather. But here's where fans got suspicious. Was this a real friendship or just clever cross-promotion? Because the second Floyd's controversies started stacking up. Cases, lawsuits, business drama. Bieber quietly dipped. And if Bieber was the flashy crossover move, the next celeb Floyd cozied up to took things into pure lifestyle branding. DJ Khaled. These two weren't just hanging out for fun. They were moving like full-on endorsement brothers. On the surface, Floyd's partnership with DJ Khaled looked like money magic. But behind the scenes, it was messy. In 2018, both—
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Floyd and Khaled got slapped by the SEC for failing to disclose they were paid to promote crypto investments. That's right, they weren't just believers hyping up Centra Tech, they were cashing huge checks while pretending it was all genuine support. When those coins tanked, regular folks who trusted them lost big, and it looked like Floyd and Khaled were stuffing their pockets while everyone else got burned. The spin came quick. Floyd brushed it off like he was just sharing opportunities, while Khaled went quiet and shifted back to safe collabs like furniture promos and sneakers. But by then, the damage was already done. And Floyd didn't stop there. After Khaled, he linked up with Lil Wayne. Now, this wasn't about shady coins or business deals. It was about the show. Floyd knew boxing wasn't just about winning fights. It was about creating spectacle. And who better to turn the ring into a concert than Weezy himself? Lil Wayne performed live for multiple Mayweather walkouts, spitting bars, while Floyd strutted in like it was the Grammys. Wayne got global shine, and Floyd doubled down on his money team image by standing next to one of the biggest rappers alive. But it didn't end with Wayne. Floyd had to align himself with Rick Ross too, and this came at the height of Ross's beef with 50 Cent. Floyd not only jumped to Ross's side, but he started promising big money moves and even teased supporting Ross's ties to Black Mafia family legend Big Meech. Allegedly, Floyd and Rick Ross hyped it up like they were about to put Big Meech on financially, showing loyalty, keeping his name alive while he was locked up. But when it came time to actually deliver, nothing. Meech was left hanging while Floyd and Ross kept the spotlight and walked away with the clout. And just when folks thought Floyd had finally moved past the crypto chaos, he flipped the script again, this time trying to sell himself as a billionaire real estate mogul. And that's where things got even messier. Because let's be real, Floyd's entire brand has always been about one thing: money. He literally made it his nickname, Money Mayweather. Now, in fairness, he really did rake in insane amounts in the ring, but unlike other athletes who quietly stacked their wealth, Floyd flaunted every dollar. Cars, jets, diamond watches, he made sure the world saw it all. But his boldest flex came in 2022 when he hopped on Instagram claiming he had just dropped $402 million to buy 62 rental buildings in New York City. Floyd looked straight into the camera and said, "All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And guess what? You can do the same. It's about making power moves." The internet went wild when Floyd bragged about his $402 million real estate play. Fans thought this was next level. No longer just a retired fighter, but a full-blown mogul talking about generational wealth. It was peak Money Mayweather until the receipts got checked. Reporters pulled NYC property records and found nothing. No buildings in his name, no $402 million transfer, no paper trail at all. That's when the whispers about Floyd's empire being smoke and mirrors hit louder than ever. And of course, Jake Paul jumped on it. He's been trolling Floyd since day one, clowning his height, calling him broke, and dragging his so-called billionaire image every chance he gets. But Jake really hit a nerve when he went after Floyd about fighter payments. Remember when Logan Paul went public claiming Floyd still owed him millions from their 2021 exhibition fight? Jake flipped that into a weapon, mocking him online like, "If you're a billionaire, why can't you even pay my brother?" Then there's Eddie Hearn, one of the most respected boxing promoters in the game. Earlier this year, Eddie admitted he doubted Floyd's wealth too. He even revealed that Floyd got so irritated during a convo that he pulled out a bank statement to shut him up. Eddie claimed the numbers were astronomical. But here's the problem. Fans weren't buying it. To them, it just looked like another Mayweather stage flex. Because let's be real, if the money is really that deep, why does Floyd always need to prove it with theatrics instead of letting the numbers quietly speak? And that's exactly why so many people believe Floyd's endless exhibition fights aren't about passion for the sport. They're about survival. After officially retiring, Floyd didn't stay out of the spotlight for long. Instead, he stacked up exhibition after exhibition, strutting into the ring like it was light work while bragging about pulling in 8-figure checks for barely breaking a sweat. At that point, it wasn't about competition anymore. It was about proving he could turn even the most random matchup into a payday circus. And it didn't stop with boxing either. Floyd even crossed into WWE, pulling off a 12-minute WrestleMania stunt that supposedly bagged him $20 million. But here's the question. If those numbers are real, why keep jumping in the ring with YouTubers and influencers? Why chase these hustle fights if you're truly sitting on a rock-solid billion-dollar empire? And that's where Stephen A. Smith's words cut the deepest. He's not just saying Floyd's empire is flashy, he's saying it's fragile. A patchwork of lawsuits, quick fixes, and celebrity link-ups that look golden from afar but start crumbling the closer you get. At the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather's so-called empire isn't built on solid gold, it's balancing on smoke and mirrors. So what do you think? Are Floyd's money moves genius, or is Stephen right about the empire being a house of cards? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.